Hi, I'm Tish, and this is the Great British Chef's signature series. So the inspiration for this dish is certainly Sicily. Their pastas are very simple, focused on seasonal produce. They won't use anything that's out of season. Making pasta is a very therapeutic thing to do, I have to say, and fresh egg pasta made by yourself is fantastic. You really can't buy an equivalent, in my opinion. Lemon in pasta, I think it's quite unusual, but it actually works so well. It's such an interesting, vibrant dish. So this dish, one of my favourite pasta dishes. It's very simple, very seasonal. It uses lemons, which are in season in the winter months. It's spaghetti with fried breadcrumbs, anchovies, sage, and Sicilian lemons. The first thing I'm going to do for the pasta dish is make our breadcrumbs. So a hot pan. Plenty of olive oil in the pan. I've got some day-old focaccia here, but really you can use any good quality day-old bread. You could use new bread if you wanted, but day-old kind of seems to fry better, and it's a good use for it. Sicilians are very canny, and they love kind of utilising waste, so they will kind of make things stretch further on their dishes, and it's kind of fried breadcrumbs they put on everything. A bit more oil in there. Bread will soak the oil up, so you'll need to continue adding it. But don't skimp. You want it fried as opposed to toasted. It'll just be much tastier. Just let those continue to tick away on the side. Okay, so we're going to make our pasta sauce. We've got some beautiful leafy lemons. These are Sicilian lemons. So this dish is all about the lemons, let's face it. So you need to get really good lemons. Unwaxed lemons do not have any preservatives to postpone the kind of how they rot. They probably won't last quite as long, but they'll be all the more kind of delicious. They won't have that. They can tend to have a bitterness with waxed lemons. Okay, so yeah, lemons. We've got some fresh sage. That's going to go in the sauce. We've got some butter and some Parmesan as well that will go in the sauce. We've got some anchovies as well, and these are great, kind of juicy, slightly smoky Nardan anchovies, and they're just a great product. They're much better than those kind of dry brown ones that you get. Just much more flavour. We're going to make the sauce. So first thing we do is olive oil into a pan, and then good amount of butter into the pan. You don't want the pan too hot. We don't want to kind of brown the butter really, it's just to kind of melt it. So first of all, we're going to add our lemon zest. So we add lemon zest and lemon juice, not wasting anything, but also, you get a kind of a slightly different flavour from the lemon zest juice. The juice is kind of punchy, fresh, vibrant. The zest is it's kind of more subtle. And now we want some juice in there as well. That's the base for our sauce. Melt the rest of the butter into there. Now we'll take an anchovy, and all you want to do is just kind of crush it with your fingers, and that really will just kind of melt into the sauce. They're fantastic for seasoning anchovies. There's an extra level of seasoning, on things like lamb, and it's great. Focus on produce, that's what it's all about, seasoned and produce, and the best produce will always shine through. Initially, I think when I got into kind of Italian cooking, I was thinking, is this it really? Is this all I actually need to put on the plate? And then, wanting to add a little bit more, just because I didn't think I was adding enough on the plate. It's a bit silly really, but now, if I can get away with putting 2 things on a plate, why wouldn't you? Okay, so that's the kind of the base of the sauce ready. We've got some fresh egg spaghetti here. So it's pasta we've made ourselves, very simply, 00 pasta flour, egg yolk, a little bit of olive oil, sea salt. That's it, and then rolled it out on a pasta machine. So we get this kind of nice spaghetti. By all means, use dried spaghetti, that's great as well. In fact, more traditionally in Sicily, they wouldn't really use egg pasta so much anyway. It's much more the water and flour pasta, but this is nice. So boiling salted water, just going to add the pasta in. Break it up a little bit as you go, just so it doesn't stick. There we go. This will be cooked in about 2 minutes, yeah? So just give it a little stir. And you can see straight away all the starch coming off the pasta into the water. Pasta water is really important. It just helps the sauce stick to the pasta, yeah? I'm just going to try a bit. Just another minute, I think. As I say, it's very quick, and we want to have it slightly undercooked, so we're going to put it back into the sauce and kind of cook it through, and it's all continuing to cook. Okay, so pasta's cooked, give it a final twirl, and then I'm just going to straight from the pan into the sauce, yeah? Yeah, straight in there. And then what I want to do is add some of the pasta cooking liquor into there. And that's just full of flavour, pasta flavour and starch. And what that will do is just make everything kind of, you know, stick together basically. It's a very useful thing, pasta water. I'm going to add some Parmesan in there now. That's just again flavour and also helps thicken the sauce. And then I'm going to add in some fresh sage leaves. So fresh sage leaves going into the pan. Now we want to toss the pasta through so you can see that pasta's well coated. It almost looks like it's got a cream on it, you know, but it's just the pasta water mixed with the butter and the lemon juice. Pasta's naturally a quick meal. I mean, you've got the time that the pasta takes to cook, you can't have it hanging around. There's a joy in that, you know. You can make a delicious pasta sauce out of most things, as is the case here. So if you can just see now, that consistency in the bottom of the pan is key. That's kind of exactly what you're looking for. And then with your tongs, and I can just smell that lemon as I lifted the pasta out. That's kind of a hit of lemon, it's fantastic. Through. There we go. So pasta on there, a little bit of extra Parmesan, if you like. And then some of these breadcrumbs, and just sprinkle those on top. This adds just a nice kind of crunch to the dish. Okay, so there we are. Fresh spaghetti with lemon, sage, fried breadcrumbs and Parmesan.